If you ask him, he gets angry. He can break everything at house. Now, when I fall asleep, I see all those men coming to lick my nipples. I was afraid to ask, but one day I asked it out of pain. That's when he started changing fingers. Hello viewers, welcome once again to another episode of African Confessions HD, right here on Extraordinary Africa. If you're still new, in this show we publish lifetime confessions. Usually we post anonymously for their own safety reasons. And without wasting much of your time, let's go straight into today's confessions. Make sure you watch the video to the end. We have 3 confessions in this video. Our first confession is as following. Hello uncle, can you please hide my identity? My life has not been easy. Married and divorced was my song. I was impregnated when I was still 16. This angered my father. He chased me away. The guy who impregnated me took me to the rural area, dumped me at a fake relative. Maybe he took advantage that he was way older than me. Lied to me that the lady was her auntie. The lady he left me with. He went to the city. One day, the lady suddenly ran away from me. They left me alone with the baby. Well wishers took me to their house. I stayed there for 3 months. They took me back to my parents. I stayed there, but as a person who was once married, I started dating another guy. The guy like that, he was single. We dated. I introduced him to my relatives. He went with me to fake relatives, only to discover after he impregnated me, the guy was married with 3 children. There was nothing to do. It was too late. I eloped to his house. I stayed there for only 2 weeks, sleeping at a veranda. The wife was always harassing and scolding me. Start to stay under the bridge for weeks. An anonymous person discovered it. She told my parents. They came to take me. I began to stay at home. So one day I was on internet. I saw an advert about a dating site. I visited the site. At that site, I met this Canadian guy, a widower with 2 kids, light in complexion, white in complexion. It was a milestone since I always wished to date a white guy. He was serious, loving and caring as well. He came to introduce himself to my relatives. The following year, we wedded. He returned to Canada. I later followed the next month. Yeah, I moved to my dream country, but I am not enjoying it. The guy does not have friends, is not social. No one is allowed to enter the premises. His children moved to United States of America, claiming that he is the one who killed their mother. The day I arrived in Canada, one of his daughters came to take all her possessions. It made me suspicious, but I think I was blindfolded by love. I stayed with him for almost 5 years. Everything started well, but now I'm facing many challenges. Since arrival, I was dreaming many men dressed weirdly coming to have meetings in our sitting room. I could feel that he is not by my side in bed, but I could not manage to wake up. If you ask him, he gets angry. He can break everything at house. Now, when I fall asleep, I see all those men coming to lick my nipples. I was afraid to ask, but one day I asked it out of pain. That's when he started changing fingers. Now I'm afraid for my future. Any advice? For now I'm pretending to be loving him. Please help me out. I can't believe it. Oh, my sister, I'm very sorry for what happened to you. The only way is praying and fasting. I always say it each and every day. You have to pray. As soon as you wake up in the morning, you need to pray. At 12 o'clock midday, you need to pray. Before sleeping, you need to pray. Praying and fasting is the weapon that can only bring you out of this. Also, I'll give this story of yours to comment section. Maybe there can be someone who can help you out. My sister, I'm so sorry. Also, I'd like to thank you for sharing such a helpful story. We have learned a lot from your story, my sister. Thank you so much. Hope everything will be okay. Remain faithful to God. For now, you should not let him suspect that you are planning to leave. Try by all means, my sister. We all love you. We will pray for you. We will fast for you. Hello, guys. I have 7 months staying with my baby mama. Our son is 2 years old. When we sleep, she puts him in between the two of us, making a barrier between the two of us. I've tried numerous times to address the issue, to no avail. We go like 3 weeks, no sex, nothing. And if I complain, she tells me love is not about sex. And because I love her so much, I have to resort to masturbation. But now it's straining me. I was hoping to marry next year, but I'm afraid now based on this situation, and I have no one to talk to. If I attempt to talk to him, she makes sure she twists the issue until it all becomes my fault. Please, what should I do? I feel I am too old now to be sleeping around. Really want to be faithful. Thank you so much, my brother, for sharing that story. I'll give it to comment section. Maybe there can be someone who can help you with advice. Okay. Good morning, uncle. Post for me and hide my identity. I am that 20 years lady who posted recently saying my husband hates me intentionally so that I leave the house. So I've decided to move out and planning of starting the divorce process next week because he made it clear that he can't go to court. This which has brought me here today is that early this year I discovered that 2 of my pens, 3 tackle and a piece of cloth from my trousers missing in the house. And I told him, but up to date, I don't know how my things disappeared. My question is, should I take him to court for the missing things so that he can tell me where they are, since we lived just the 2 of us, or I just moved on knowing that I left my body behind? Thank you, my sister, for sharing. Sorry for having such a painful time. I think I'll leave your story to comment section. Maybe there can be someone who can help you. As usual, I urge you to pray and fast. As soon as you wake up in the morning, you need to pray. At 12 midday, you need to pray. Before sleeping, you need to pray. You can even set an alarm at 12 midnight. You need to pray. Or always pray. Everything will be okay. Prayer is the weapon that shall let you free. Prayer is the weapon that could only set you free. So don't worry, everything will be okay. Just remain faithful to God. Everything will be okay. Viewers, that was our confessions for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to leave a comment and a like. I am your host, Solution Uncle. Bye for now. Thank you so much for supporting us.